My second monitor is extremely dim today for some reason, so it might be a little hard for me to read chat. Hi, hi. Oh, look at that. Crystal also has a 10 stream watch streak. Hell yeah. Thank you for the sub, Crystal. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, hi Looney, hi Crystal. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for the love. Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do today, because I do want to play Hollow Knight. But I am also obsessed with Deadlock currently, and want to yap about stuff. I also really want to play Deadlock currently, but playing by myself is scary. Is there a way? I forget if I can turn off, like, chat, in-game chat. Because if I can, that needs to be off for a stream. Too many people are yelling slurs in those chats. But mostly it's just the R slur. Okay. So that's off if I decide to actually play. Oh yeah, I forgot that throne exists. Maybe I should put a monitor on there. I don't know what to get though. Like I was thinking about just getting another one of the monitor I have, because I'm like, I know that monitor's good, right? It's not good. A couple months ago, it just suddenly had like lines going down the sides of the screen. Just like a bunch of them. They're fairly faint, but they like distort the color a little bit from top to bottom in these weird lines. And it's a little annoying. And I haven't had this monitor for that long. So I gotta research what monitor I want to get, and then I'll probably just be disappointed again. Because people don't know how to make monitors for some reason. You'd think they'd get better as time went on. And like, their specs get better, but the quality of the monitor's build is like worse. Like they build them worse. Like my second monitor is dying, but like it still works, and it's 15 or 16 years old, and it took a long time to start breaking. This new one, I don't know if I've had it for more than 2 years and it's having trouble. What the hell? Hello, you dirty girl. Welcome, welcome. God, there's so many people here today. I feel bad that I'm just sitting around in Deadlock yapping instead of playing a cool video game. Mid-batch, but still. Yeah, that's okay. Good to see you. I spaced out. Is there anything I need to test today? Every day I get on Deadlock and test random interactions. It's great. I don't think I have anything important to be testing right now. We're here for the streamer, not the game. True. If I wasn't at least a decent streamer, y'all wouldn't be here. And y'all are always, most of y'all, I think, are here regardless of what game I play. But yeah, I guess, since a lot of you probably haven't seen Deadlock, this is Deadlock. It's a game made by Valve, and it's really good. It's a third-person hero shooter MOBA, and it's fucking awesome. Yeah, I'd never played this game, understandable. Yeah, it's definitely not the sort of game that's for everybody, that's for sure. But if you're one of the people that really likes hero shooters or MOBAs or both, then it's probably worth a try. Playing a MOBA right now, actually. Nice. Which one? So I had my fill of games like this. Yeah, that's totally fair. They definitely... There's a lot of reasons to not like them. Like the toxic as hell communities. I swear. MOBAs and hero shooters have like the worst communities. It's ridiculous. The Deadlock community, at least right now, isn't terribly big, so it's not the worst. But there's still a lot of bad apples.
A boon from your patron.
Ugh. I was wondering if you were going to answer. Playing the Dragon Ball MOBA. What the heck? There's a Dragon Ball MOBA? I was unaware. Ziplining looks fun at least? Yeah. One of the big reasons why I really like this game is the movement. Ziplines are fun. There's some really cool stuff you can do off of the ziplines, because you can maintain your momentum if you do like drop air dash, and you just go meow. It to be called a slur in Deadlock, so it has by far been my best MOBA experience. Oh my god. I can see it. Yeah, I don't think I've actually been called a slur yet either, but I have been called brain dead. There's some other really rude stuff said to me as well, but nothing quite that ridiculous. Ugh. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm not that tired. Played League. I've been called every slur, at least in English. That sucks. Have I been called a slur in League before? It's like weirdly uncommon for people to trash talk me in League. Probably because I'm very good at the game. Which, if I think about it, it really sucks how poorly you get treated when you're like not particularly good or consistent at a game. Also, I wonder if the reason Crystal hasn't been called a slur in Deadlock is simply because she's at a lower ELO with a lot of new players. Maybe the new players just aren't actually very toxic.
Drop it in. We're not losing to them.
Yeah, that also helps with not dealing with as much toxicity. If you know all the players on your team, then it's chill. Yeah. Oh yeah, Christmas was very fun for me. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Or a good not Christmas if you don't celebrate Christmas. Hell yeah, glad to hear it. I have been given so much candy. I don't know what to do with it all. Oh yeah, we also got pizza at a Christmas gathering, and it was some of the best pizza I've ever had. It was so good. I wish I knew like what all was on it because there was something I didn't recognize that was very good. Nice. Christmas candy is yummy. Yeah, I ended up with a ton because my family gets Christmas candy and then gives me a big stocking full of candy. But then there was a Christmas gathering, and then all of my extended family also just all gave me candy, and I'm like, well, I have a lot now. What kind of pizza? I'm not exactly sure what kind of pizza it was because, as I said, there was a topping that I did not recognize. But it was like mostly veggies. There were some olives. I think there were peppers and onions. And like tomato chunks. And I think... what else was there? I had broccoli. I didn't think broccoli was going to be very good on pizza. But it's like cooked just right. So it's like kind of soft. It doesn't ruin the texture like I thought it was going to. It's anchovy spinach with pineapple pizza. You're mad. I could see that being decent. I don't really know what anchovies taste like though. Very salty? Oh yeah, that totally works then. Do you not like spinach, Crystal? I think spinach is pretty good.
Mid-boss has arrived.
Oops. Tortoises are known for being only carnivorous. Yes. But he rejected it instantly every single time. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there's definitely some things that I've eaten where my body is just like, no, stop. Like, remember when I was a kid, I tried an almond joy, and something about the, like, all of the dry coconut flakes that are in it or whatever. I don't know if they're all like that, but this one, it was just full of dry coconut flakes. And it made me throw up. Tasted so bad. I don't even... Well, it was... Part of it was I didn't like the taste, but I think a big part was the texture. Because, like, I've eaten, like, coconut ice cream before, and that's good. Like spinach and Brussels sprouts. I can speak English. Yeah, those are good. I wasn't sure if Brussels sprouts were good, but then this Peeper Pop person here fed me some that were like properly cooked and seasoned, and I'm like, wow, these are good. But yeah, hi Peeper Pop, welcome. Body keeps telling my stomach to explode on me. That's not good. Congrats on getting your candy, you dirty girl. I don't think I could ever stop drinking milk. I pity people who suffer when they drink milk. It's so good. I grew up on a farm, and we had cows, so we drank a lot of fresh milk. Fresh, unprocessed milk, very importantly. Processed milk just does not taste nearly as good. Unfortunately, buying anything of like similar quality is like stupid expensive. It's like, oh, you want to buy like one bottle? That'll be like fucking $20 or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is these days. Like 8 years ago, I think it was like $10 to $14, and it's like, what? Who's got money for that? Why? Thank you for the bits, Crystal. Thank you. Why are there so many? Help! Help, I'm being pelted by Geo. Why is it so many? I thought I changed it. I thought it's supposed to be fewer now. Okay, it's gone, thank goodness. Poor JPEG. Thank you for the bits, Crystal.
You wanna mess with me?
I don't condone drinking raw cow's milk, despite the fact that it's much more delicious.
They could be hiding anywhere.
Because it's like, it's not totally safe, right? Because if the cows can eat something bad and then it fucking poisons your milk. Could probably give you diseases too. think I missed some messages. It's the bits at the bottom of milk I don't like. What? Why does your milk have bits at the bottom? Are you sure that's milk? I should make everyone else lactose intolerant so I can quote Ramatra. That would be very evil of you, you dirty girl. I see we're back to you trying to steal the cookies only to find out that Tony has already eaten them all.
I can't afford to get caught off guard.
I see. Shouldn't that not be a problem, though? Like, you clean the udders. Maybe it's more complicated than that. What? Crystal, where did you get those cookies? No, my hidden stash. It is? Yeah. It must be. If it was that simple, then why would we be processing it? Or pasteurizing it? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true.
I can do this all day.
What a shame. The raw milk is way tastier. Alright. I see, I see. Yeah. I see, Crystal. Yeah. Turns out it doesn't work like that with real cows. If only it were so simple. Oh. Such history. And then sell it for $250 a carton. What games are you playing? The economy must be so fucked up. Oh, with how our economy is, hell, the milk might be that much in the next 20 years. $20? You mean 2? Well, I mean within the next 20. It could be 2. It could be later. We get milk scalpers now. Imagine.
Let the ley lines course.
Gotta be real careful with that, though. The milk can go bad. see. A game I had never heard of. Admittedly, I don't know many farming games. Other than, like, Stardew Valley or... what is it, Harvest Moon? Harvest Moon Festival? Something like that. Yeah. Bear! Thank you for the bear.
All right, Lash. A lot of jealous people are gonna try to kill you. You need to be ready.
Ooh, Pokemon game where you are a Ditto. That is interesting. Yeah, are there many Pokemon games where you just play as a Pokemon? Ah! Thank you for the love, Beaver Pop. It's not out yet, I think. Ah. Yeah, I feel like every Pokemon game is about being a Pokemon master and not like a Pokemon researcher or a Pokemon itself, you know? Where are those games? There's the Mystery Dungeon games. I am not familiar with them, I don't think. I don't follow Pokemon too much. I see. I'd count the fighting games. I get to be a Pikachu or a Jigglypuff or something in Smash Brothers. There's a couple other, but I only think about Melee. Mystery Dungeons, you do a quiz. That quiz determines what Pokemon you will be. Do you play the stories? Oh, that's kind of cool. I almost feel like my deadlock movement is better when I'm not paying any attention to it. Oops. See, I started paying attention. Messed it up immediately. Should I do this? Should I do streams like this more often? I regularly just go in here and practice movement by myself for like 2 hours. It's fun and it's relaxing. You know, I can put on some kind of like music or something, or listen to some kind of video of some kind. It's just very chill. And then I get better movement for free. It's awesome. Actually, it's not for free. If I do it too much, it hurts my hands. Mostly free. So what's the lore of this character you're playing? This guy in game? Hold on, I can read you his lore. This guy has one of the best lores of anybody in this game. Jacob Lash is an asshole. That's his lore. Literally, his actual backstory. Very descript. Yes, it's very good. That is one of the best characters you could have asked that for. It's so stupid. I don't know if this is a placeholder because the game's in beta still, but it is funny. No joke, it's longer than Shaco's in League. That's a good point. I don't know if he has any lore. I played so much of that game. I don't know what his lore is. I know lore that doesn't even exist anymore. I hope it's not a placeholder. I hope it's not. This is just so funny. And it's longer than all of Rammus's quotes. True. True. Not played Deadlock and barely seen gameplay, just listened to some of the videos of dialogue between characters. There's some good dialogue. I need to pay more attention to the characters' quotes because there's some good ones.
Look at us. A couple of miscreants ready to
I
take
really
on the
like
world.
one of Kelvin's pick lines is so good. What is it? He's like, this is dangerous work. Fortunately, I am dangerously handsome. I usually don't vibe with Kelvin, but that pick line is so good. Another character with funny lore. Let's see, I assume they haven't changed this. Yeah. So anybody want to tell me what her lore is? Because I can't read this. Same vibe as this job. This job is hard, but so am I. True. I hate fighting Calvin. You're not alone. Her lore is right there. Yeah, I can see it, but I don't read this language. I think Viper, Doorman and Viper might be my favorite based on just character. Yeah, they're good. Good characters. Yeah, character design is another reason why I really like this game. They have such good character design. It's ridiculous. I'm dumb. Here we go. The Google Translate. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Looked up the actual translation. Do you actually want it? I am kind of curious, but at the same time, I think it's funnier that I just don't know it. Chat. I love my chat. But yeah, I fucking love this game's character design.
There is nothing more rewarding than making stories come
I
to
love
life.
being a small lady with a book that conjures like apparitions from
I hope
stories.
you like the book.
She's so fucking cool. And also, like, criminally underutilized. People do not use this character well. Paige, my love. Yes. I fucking love this character so much. I think she's probably my favorite. I don't play her a ton because I'm generally not filling the support role for my team. But God, she's so fun. This is all my fucking character. Do not use her well, it's true. She's not easy to use. So that's of no surprise. Most people don't use her very well. Yeah, it is Vindicta.
I was a child.
Vindicta's
when
pretty
they
cool.
unjustly condemned me. Powerless in every sense of the word. But now, in death, I've become all
You can't
that
play
they
them though.
feared and
That's
more.
fair. I have trouble playing Vindicta as well. Check out this cool Vindicta tech that like nobody knows.
Going airborne.
We
Finding higher ground. I'll get the drop on
I feel
them.
like I can do it better than that, can't I?
Time to move.
There we go. We
They're not catching me. Taking flight.
thought there was other stuff I was going to talk about, but I got distracted. And now I'm flying around as this character. God, that's so cool. It's a shame nobody else knows how to do it. That's such fast movement. It is. It's not like the most useful thing though, because your flight is a very critical cooldown for this character. It's
I should
very
be able to
long
find
and
some
very
fun spots
powerful,
to
and it's
shoot
your
from.
only mobility, and you're really squishy. So a lot of the time you don't want to be using it like that. Because it's like, oh, I got to the fight faster, and now I'm dead because I have no movement and lost a lot of my DPS. Because this adds so much DPS to your weapon. And you like have to cancel it to get actual distance out of it. If I don't cancel it,
I'll
I
find
still
a
get
place
some
to
decent
snipe.
distance. But it's like just here. And it's like, well, if I was gonna do that, then I could just as easily get that far doing like this and then activating it. It's like slightly faster and I get more height. So it's not bad to do it like that, but using it to like move somewhere really far really quickly is nice and is situationally useful, but it just sucks that it uses such a powerful cooldown. Yeah, look at that. Damn, I went far. But yeah, I think there's absolutely applications for it though, because you don't always need your flight. Like, it helps you live, but if you're in a fight, if you're entering a fight that's already happening, and you're far enough away that people can't contest you even if you're not flying, then you can still have a lot of impact.
Die on
Your
your
snake is
feet.
really good, your crow is really good, and assassinate fucking kills people. But yeah, I don't know if anybody knows how to do that tech. I've never seen anyone do it. I taught one other person how to do it. Oh, and even if they do know that tech, they probably don't know how to do it well. Because the tech itself is fairly simple. It's just grabbing the zipline, letting go, pressing flight, and then canceling it at the right time. That's all it is. It's very simple. And then you can maintain your momentum with like jumps and stuff.
Drop on them.
But the thing that lets you go really far,
No one hides from me.
you can get damn far with it. Like, this is still pretty good, but if you remember earlier, I went all the way to there.
The crows
Way
are
over there.
You're not getting closer.
And the thing that's letting me go so much farther is something that I think is even less likely that people know about, that I call vectoring, because other games have similar techniques that's called vectoring. And basically all it is when you're in flight,
Taking flight.
you need to hold down W and then either A or D and pan your camera in the direction you're turning, and you move faster. And this is the case while you are just flying around normally like this. And it's the case during the initial activation.
I'll find a place to snipe.
Yeah, it's actually noticeably faster to the point where, like, if you do this funny little zigzag, even though you're not going in a straight line, you're actually going faster, like in that direction. So if you start from one bridge and go to the other, you will get farther during its duration doing this than just going straight. But yeah, this technique is also what lets you go even farther with the zipline tech.
Finding higher ground.
See? Look at that. I have never done it this well. Holy shit. That's like half the map. What?
They're not catching me.
So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. No one knows how to do it, but it's pretty good. This is yet another reason why I love this game. That tech is so cool and so useful and so difficult to execute correctly. And nobody even knows it. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool character-specific movement tech. One that's definitely a lot more applicable. This is a terrible jump pad for this, but we'll go to this one up here. This one's a lot more applicable. You can do this all the time. So Viscus has this funny goo punch that knocks you back. And it's very good for movement. But if you do it at the same time as you take a jump pad, this happens. And you zoom. You zoom so far, so fast. Yeah, there's like a bunch of setups with different jump pads for this that is really good and very applicable because you have multiple charges on this. And it's like not a 40-second cooldown like Vin's flight is. Wee. Yes, Viscus. Wee. Anyway, now that I've started yapping about movement, I'm gonna yap even more about movement because I love movement. Even without my character, I'm still the GOAT. Hell yeah. Good job. Yeah, deadlock movement is some of the most fun I've had learning movement in a game since, like, learning how to play Soldier in Team Fortress 2. But the really cool thing is, I can have cool as hell movement on any character. I don't have to play Soldier. I can be anybody. Oh, hell yeah, I ranked up to B rank. Nice. Now you can be the best. B is the best rank, right? B for best. Yeah, totally. Feel like it's not. It should be, though. Unless it's that one game, Pizza Tower. Then P is the best rank because P stands for pizza, and pizza is the best food ever. I think Z is the best. Oh, because it's Dragon Ball Z. That would make sense. There is no Z rank. Missed opportunity. How you gonna name your ranks letters and then not have the best one be Z? Oh yeah. Crystal, have you seen the Christmas creeps? Look at how beautiful they are. Look at their funny little top hats and their big noses. I love them. They are cute. They are cute. I also got coal for Christmas. Hell yeah. Congrats. Coal is good Christmas gift. It keeps you warm. What? What is this? Who put a soul down here? Gib. So I'm eating that now? No, don't eat the coal. That's toxic. That's bad for you.
Be brave.
Is it? I'd imagine it is. It's pretty fucking bad to breathe. I feel like usually things that kill you when you breathe it too much usually aren't good for eating. Like, there's a reason why everybody who's doing coal mining, like, it takes years off their lives is really bad. I suppose that is like excessive exposure to coal though. If you're having like a little bite-sized chunk of coal, that's probably not gonna kill you. But I wouldn't recommend it. It is going into my stomach and not my lungs. Okay.
People would be more excited about a jar of souls. Be patient. They'll come. Probably.
It's like I'm surrounded by small, dumb kittens. Just eating random stuff. I don't know if I told this story. I don't think I've streamed since this happened. Our new kitty cat, Lark, is a dumb bitch. I was like in the kitchen chatting with my brother, and then she darts in making this lip smacking noise, like, and we're like, what? What the fuck? What do you have? What are you eating? Then she darts out of the room and we chase her down, and she's frothing at the mouth. And then we realize she smells like pine. She was chewing on the fucking Christmas tree. Pine trees, by the way, are toxic for cats. We have never had an issue in the past with a cat doing this. But yeah, she was totally fine. Whatever effects it was causing her seemed to wear off after like 5 minutes or so, and then she was back to playing and running around like an idiot. I'm no kitty. Oh, that's okay. You're still a silly goober who's trying to eat coal, though. But yeah. The kitty also fell from, like, the second floor to the first floor because she keeps jumping up onto the railing like an idiot. And apparently if she goes up there and you're in the hallway below her, she will look down at you and then see her tail and then start attacking her own tail while on the railing. Why wouldn't I eat coal? It's Sour Patch Kids. You're saying that it is a coal flavored Sour Patch Kid? I can't imagine what that would taste like. Why is there an ad break approaching? Go away, ads. You're not wanted here. Alright, we'll run the ads and I'll take a voice break or something and drink some water. Grr. Sour Patch Kids that looks like coal, yes. Oh. Well, then you're not eating coal. That's fine then. Unless it's a Sour Patch Kid that looks like coal and is made of coal, then maybe reconsider. Alright, I'll see you all very soon. Sour Patch Kids. Cool. I'm still eating coal. Is it running the ads yet? Okay, there we go. Which is weird. I don't know, to be honest. There's a lot of toxic things that we just kind of eat. It's just that most things aren't toxic enough to be an issue unless we eat excessive amounts of it. I'm sure trace amounts of coal doesn't actually do anything particularly negative. There's honestly a lot of foods that are banned, where it's like, okay, how much of this would we need to consume for it to be dangerous for us? Oh. An amount that is like near impossible for any normal person to eat ever. And then it's fucking banned. Apparently there's like there's a spice that tastes very similar to vanilla that is like way cheaper and easier to produce. But it's banned. Probably has something to do with the fact that if it was easily accessible, then people wouldn't be able to sell vanilla for ridiculously high prices. And then I think everybody forgot about it. Like eating 600 bananas in an hour. Yeah, that's the sort of stuff that, like, you need to achieve to die from eating certain things. because like a lot of stuff, the way they test it is like, okay, let's feed this to a rat repeatedly until it dies. Well, not necessarily until it dies, but until it shows like things that are negative. Things that could be dangerous for a human, like cancer. And they just feed it like a really excessive amount of it, or inject it with an excessive amount of it, until it shows those signs. And then like then we go, okay, how much of this would a human need to have to have these effects? And it's like 100 times what the rat is getting or some shit. And then like usually things that are a little bit toxic like that, we have in like moderation. It's like, yes, this spice is toxic, and if I injected it into my veins in large quantities every day, multiple times, then it could be dangerous. But we don't do that.
Bring your enemies low.
You know? That wasn't a very good explanation, but you get the idea, I think. Hydrate. I should hydrate more. That's a good idea. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. Wow, the ads go by so fast when I don't actually shut up and just keep talking. Ads are evil. They're evil and they should be banned. I hate ads. One of the ads I hate the most is the Twitch ad that says ads in progress. And then that's all it is. It's just that screen for like 50 seconds. What is the point of that? If you don't got any ads to show me, let me watch the stream, you know? What are they doing? Then you have people in Florida that would actually do that. Yeah, I'm sure there are people in Florida who would try and eat 600 bananas in an hour. Wow, I get distracted really easily. I was gonna talk about movement. Movement is very cool in this game. Everyone wants Twitch Turbo, right? It's an ad for Twitch Turbo. Wait, is it? If it is, it's a pretty shit ad because I didn't realize that that it was for that. If that's what it was for, that is terrible. I'd assume so. Maybe it is. Maybe it says that in there. But all I remember is it just says that ads are in progress. And I'm like, okay, thank you for telling me that. Obviously they're in progress.
You need to be ready.
But maybe it does have something in there about Twitch Turbo. Either way, it did not capture my attention nearly enough for me to realize that that's what it was trying to do, if that is the case. Yeah, why don't we talk about the movement that's like fairly easy to use, but very practical. Stuff that you can actually use regularly. That's really good. Obviously, you can use your stamina. Stamina is incredibly powerful and important in this game, but you need to know how to use it and when, because it takes a bit for it to come back. You only got like 3 of it. It takes 4.5 seconds to get it back. To get 1 of it back. Wall jumps are also really good. But yeah. One thing that I see a lot from newer players is like when they're in a dangerous situation, they'll panic and just start rolling around madly. And this is bad for a couple reasons. One is you use all of your stamina really fast. And the other is it oftentimes has very little direction. I have seen new players panic and roll all over the place, and they have moved nowhere. It's terrible. So usually, if you're getting killed, and you need to get out of your opponent's line of sight, instead of just rolling wildly, roll to a piece of cover. Look at that, they can't shoot you now. Amazing. The other thing that new players tend to not do is sliding after their roll, it's free. It's free movement. It takes no additional stamina to do this slide. And it's really good at getting around corners to block your opponent's line of sight. So in lane, like, definitely do that a lot. If someone's like walking up to your cover, you can just wee back to the next cover, you know? Yeah, sliding out of your rolls is very important. It just makes your movement a lot more efficient. No, also always slide out of dash jumps. Sliding out of dash jumps is very good. Oh, also, there's also something that a lot of players don't know. When you are sliding, your gun does not consume ammo. It's free ammo every time you slide. Use it. I always forget that sliding is a thing. That's fair. You are pretty new to the game. Yeah, sliding is super good in like a lot of situations. Extending your slides with jumps is also really good. You've probably noticed me doing it, but I'll slide and then I'll jump and slide again. Yeah, normally if I slide down here, I get to like here, which isn't particularly far, but if you do a jump, you carry your momentum through the jump and into another slide. And if you're carrying it in your momentum into another slide, you can also jump out of that slide and carry your momentum into that jump. So like doing slide extensions like this is so incredibly powerful. It's just free movement. It takes no stamina to do a slide extension like that. And like, I didn't think you could just like be really good at slide extensions, right? It's such a simple thing. You're just sliding and then jumping. What else is there to be good at there? But it turns out that timing it can be really important. Like I used to get like, you know, maybe 1 or 2 extra slides out of my movement. And now there are a lot of situations where I can get 3 or 4, which is like so much more. Like even just this. I messed it up. I'm supposed to turn faster. Even just like taking this jump pad. 1, 2, 3. That last one was a bit mediocre, but you get the idea. Sliding is really good. Mantle sliding is also really good. Every time, no matter what you're mantling off of, if you mantle and then hold control, or whatever your crouch button is, you will just get a slide for free, and then you can jump out of it, and slide again, and then jump out of it, and slide again. It's so good. Android 17 I just lost to was top 10. I don't know what that means. Thank you for the 5-stream must streak, though. Yeah, mantle sliding is very good and is an incredibly easy to use technique. You can also, on like thinner objects, you can do a mantle slide on a thin object and instantly jump out of it, and you'll carry all of your momentum into that jump. Whoops, what am I doing? That one's a bit trickier because it takes timing, but it's pretty easy to get the muscle memory down for it. Another movement technique that's really good and does not cost stamina. Honestly, any movement technique that gives you free movement that does not cost stamina is incredibly good, because then it lets you preserve your stamina for when it's most important. Because things like air dashes and double jumps are very, very useful, very powerful movement. So preserving your stamina as much as you can is usually very good. Yeah, heavy melee. Really good at preserving stamina in a lot of situations. For example, this wall here. I can get up to this wall by like double jumping and wall jumping, and that's pretty quick. But if I do a wall jump and then a heavy melee, I didn't use any stamina getting up there. At least right now I don't. At some point, your first wall jump took 1/4 of a stamina bar, but right now it doesn't. Subsequent wall jumps take half a stamina bar, which is important. It is also another reason why you want to preserve your stamina, because sometimes doing multiple wall jumps is really good. Like right here. Wall jumps are pretty good at preserving your momentum, and sometimes giving you momentum. Yeah, heavy melees, if you angle them up, give you a bit of height, which is why it lets me get up here without a double jump. And it's also good horizontal distance. Because if I'm walking and I charge a heavy melee, I stop as I'm charging it. But if I'm in the air, I can carry my momentum while charging it. I think I slow down a little bit, but maybe? You might not. But because you can just charge it in the air and then use the dash, you can use it to cross gaps without using stamina when you ordinarily would. Like, I'm pretty sure I can just do that. Yeah, and I cross the gap. And you might think, well, is that really that good? Because then you have the recovery after the heavy melee. And that's kind of slow, right? You gotta build up your forward momentum again. But you can grab ledges while heavy meleeing. And it's just free, you can just do it. And then you can do a mantle slide out of it. So heavy melees are like hugely applicable in a lot of situations for movement. Another tech that is very easy, that like all the other ones I've talked about are very common. This one I feel like I see barely anyone using, and it's so easy. See these railings? There's a lot of railings like this on the map. And they're kind of hecking awkward, because when you try to jump over them, you get kind of stuck on them, you have to jump over them. They're like too low to the ground to mantle off of. It sucks. Except that they're not. Because if you do a quick melee, you can just mantle off of them immediately. It's very easy. So like normally when like a new player comes to this gap and they don't want to like go to the bridge or whatever, they gotta jump down, walk over, jump up, done. It's so slow. But if you know this little tech, you just quick melee, mantle, slide, jump, and you're over. It's incredibly fast. You don't even need to use stamina if you time the jump properly. See? Oops. Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice. The timing's a little tight. But it's so good. Look at that. It's so free. Why do people not do this? There's other ways to grab low objects like this. For example, if I jump and just keep holding down the jump button, it's still reading the input, but I've already done the jump, so it doesn't jump again. And then you walk up to it, and it just does the mantle. There's other actions where you can start holding it, and because you couldn't jump during that specific action, you don't jump, and then you have spacebar held down to grab it. So if I roll and then hold space, just like that, it just works. Of course, you need to make sure that you don't hit the jump dash timing, because then you've used all of your stamina. That's not terrible though, because if the whole idea is to cross this gap, then roll jumping over it does that apparently. Okay, maybe don't do that. Maybe really avoid that timing. What? I guess I'm like, I guess my feet are touching this as I go over it, so that I lose my jump and just fall. That's very silly. Do all heroes have the same heavy melee distance? I believe so. They should all have the same heavy melee distance, as far as I know. Some of them have different heavy melee damages, which you can check by opening the shop and scrolling over the weapon stats. You can see your heavy melee and quick melee damage. These scale with level, by the way. A lot of stats do. Not all of them, though. That said, you can buy an item to make your heavy melee distance longer. Melee charge increases it by 50%. And Crushing Fists does 60% instead of 50. One really nice thing about this is it also makes your heavy melee dash faster. You go farther and basically you're going 50% farther, but you're going there in the same amount of time, which means that it's faster. So if you're a character that likes melee charge, using heavy melees for movement is even better. Especially because it is incredibly threatening. Like, if you're like an Abrams doing a melee build, and there's someone near you, and you charge a heavy melee, that's scary. They're gonna panic, they're gonna run away, they're gonna use their parry, and then you leave. You leave because you have a massive amount of dash distance with the heavy melee. So yeah, yet another reason why heavy melee movement is really good. What's the other stuff? There's other stuff that I wanted to talk about that's really important. That's like pretty easy to do. I guess one thing that's pretty easy is like zipline rollouts. Because like a lot of people, you know, they come in there like this, and that's all they do. But if you drop off the zipline with the crouch key, you maintain a lot of your momentum much better. Actually, do you? I think, yeah, you maintain it a bit better, but very importantly, if you crouch out of it instead of jumping out of it and then do an air dash to the side, you just maintain like all of your momentum really well. See? That's so much movement. I'm way over here now. But yeah, doing the crouch drop off the zipline into a side dash, and then doing your like slide extensions gets you really far. And it's a great way to initiate a fight after coming back from base because you died or because you were buying items or whatever. Particularly if you have the zipline boost. Because you're going way faster with this. So now when you do that trick to keep your momentum, you're going even farther. Very powerful. And fairly easy to do. Obviously, all of these things are going to be a little bit tricky to do when you're first trying them. But once you've built some muscle memory with a bit of practice, all of them are like pretty easy to do consistently. Except maybe like this one. This one I keep getting double jumps. I think I'm pressing it too late. I think you need to press it pretty early. Yeah. I should probably talk a little bit about wall jumps. Wall jumps are really good because they let you, get to higher up places, and high ground in games like this tends to be really useful. Like, imagine you're being chased, and you know how to scramble up a building, and your opponent doesn't. You're just gone. They can't do anything about it. Like, imagine you're being chased by a couple people from over here, and you go, wee. You thinking fucking ritual rank? You think they're gonna catch you after you do that? No, you're gone. They're never catching them. So verticality is important, and knowing how to like take high grounds quickly is important. The easiest like tech for doing that is usually wall jumps and heavy melees. And then if the stuff is like higher up, you can do double jumps as well. Like this bridge here. I can do wall jump, double jump, wall jump, heavy melee, and I'm up. Which has reminded me of the other thing that is important to talk about that I always forget. If you try to wall jump back to back, you don't gain any height. You get nothing. It's bad. Basically, your wall jump has like an internal cooldown that you have to wait for before it gives you good height again. So when I do this double jump, wall jump to get up here, wow, I don't even need a heavy melee. When I do that, I need to wait during the double jump before I do my second wall jump, because if I do it really quickly, I get nothing. See how bad this is? I can't make it up there if I'm doing it that fast. So you need to pause, and then double jump, and then wall jump again. So yeah, very important to keep that in mind if you're trying to get somewhere really high up with multiple wall jumps. You can also use your dash to stall for a second, or usually a third wall jump. So I can do that, get another wall jump, double jump, and then get another wall jump. Obviously it's less height because it's not a double jump. But it's extra height that you could not get otherwise. Yeah? I think that's all of the like relatively simple stuff. All of those are incredibly useful and very applicable in a lot of situations. There's more complex and difficult movement tech with precise timing and stuff. But if you just get good at those and use them well, you will get very far. It's very useful. And like having good movement in this game is so impactful to like every aspect of your game. It helps you escape situations. It helps you chase. It helps you fight. It helps you rotate from place to place faster, so it helps you get to fights on time before your team is dead, because they're probably going to fight without you at some point. And being able to rotate around the map faster also means that you can farm faster, because you can grab the boxes faster, you can get to the jungle creeps faster.
You won't stop me.
So good movement is just incredibly important in this game. And very satisfying to learn. Go practice your movement, everybody. I feel like I'm forgetting something else that's fairly easy, that's good. There's like one more thing that I know is worth mentioning that isn't particularly easy, but it is fairly straightforward and very useful, so I'm going to talk about it anyway. So if you time your jump really well off of a corner, you get like a big speed boost off of the wall jump, basically. Hold on, let me buy this thing so I can reset to this jump pad faster. So like right as you get past it, if you press jump, you get a big boost of movement. And it's called a corner boost. And it is very, very useful, and you can do it off of pretty much any corner. But the timing is hard, and it takes a lot of practice to learn. I think it's absolutely worth learning. It is applicable pretty much everywhere on the map. And it just gives you so much extra movement. Yeah, as you can see, I mess it up quite often. But it's very good. There's no movement for me to practice. I'm playing a fucking MOBA. With AoEs half the map in size. Oh no. Come play this one. You can practice your movement here. Let me go over here. This is a great place to showcase the corner boosts.
Take this gift.
So like normally when you take this jump pad, you go like wee, and you get to around like here. It's pretty good. Good jump pad. But there's 3 conveniently lined up buildings. So you can go this way and double jump and mess up your corner boost. As you can see, it's hard. Wow, my corner boosts were so good, I didn't make it to the 3rd wall. Cass is trying to get me to play another MOBA. It's a good MOBA. Don't blame me for trying to get you to play a good MOBA. I mean, maybe that one's good. I find a lot of MOBAs to be very fun. But MOBAs also cause a lot of pain and suffering for the people who play them. Oh, I remember. Oh. This is why with my dumb autistic ADHD brain or whatever is going on. This is why I need to just do the thing I'm thinking about. Because usually when I do, I remember the next thing that I'm supposed to be doing. If you're new to this game, and you're new to Source Engine games, you might not know how to airstrafe. So normally, if I'm moving forward like a normal person, I move forward onto the jump pad and I hold forward and left, this is what it looks like. I didn't fucking move left at all. But if you let go of the W key and hold left, you go basically no farther left at all. It was like a little bit. But if you step onto the jump pad and you hold A to move left and you pan your camera, now we move left. So that's air strafing, everybody. It's very common in Source Engine games like CSGO and Team Fortress 2 and such. And Half-Life, I think. Half-Life 2. Actually, if I do that camera pan... Okay, I get a little bit of extra movement to the left while holding down W. Yeah, the trick is just to release W and then press the direction you want to go and pan your camera. Yeah, this... It takes a lot of getting used to, but it gives you way better control of your movement while you're in the air. Not just off of jump pads, but everywhere. It's just very easy to practice it off of jump pads. Yeah, you also... You don't want to turn your camera too fast, because if you do, you end up with that. Yeah, it takes some time to get a feel for it, but it is very good. Very good with jump pad movement, which is important because there's a lot of jump pads and they're really good. But it's honestly important with like most any movement you're doing in the air. So slow pans, yes. You want it to be fairly slow. Yeah, it can also be quite good when you're doing like your zipline rollout stuff. Anytime where you're going to be in the air for a while, it's very good to know how to control it. And like, if you're against someone who doesn't know how to do it, and you take a jump pad and they try and follow you, they're gonna end up down here like a little dummy. And you're gonna end up way over here. Oh, I messed it up. You can get onto that building. But yeah, they'll end up way over here. So like, how are they gonna catch you if they don't know how to do that? You're so far gone. And well, the answer is they're going to shoot you right as you step on it, and then you're going to be stunned. But don't think about that part. That's new. We didn't need to think about that until recently. But yeah. You do want to do fairly slow camera pans. Definitely start out slow when you're learning. Because if you do it too fast, you kind of break the air strafe. Doing it too slow is like, you get a bit less movement out of it. You get a bit less of a turn. Yeah, with practice you can get it to go like pretty far. There's a good jump pad for this. Is this a good one? This might be a good one. But yeah, pretty important.
If I'm gonna stop that sick bastard, I'm gonna
And if you're on holiday, you actually want to do much faster pans when you're using your initial jump, because it increases your air control. So you can do much faster pans. But only for the first jump off of a single jump pad, because after that, you don't get the bonus air control. This might actually be a really good bit of practice though. You like, use the first jump pad, and then you have normal air strafe speed. Yeah, look at that. That one was a bit too fast. That one was also a bit too fast. Oops. Right, I'm messing it up so much now. My first couple looked so good. But yeah, you get the idea. That one was decent. Holiday jump pads are very fun.
Time to go flying.
Boing. Anyway, I hope I didn't bore all of you to death with all of my movement rambling. ever see them and wind up being set flying into the air? That's funny. Thank you for the hydrate, Crystal.
Time to do what I do
Yeah,
best.
they can be hard to notice at times. And I think only Holiday gets the increased air control off of the first jump, because it's like specifically a thing that she gets.
Give you a boon.
So when you walk onto this accidentally not knowing it's there, you can end up in some funky places. Because it gives you a big forward boost in the direction you're moving. Look at how hard that is to stop. I go this far even while holding back. You were talking a lot. The double hydrate is necessary now. True. I know I had said thank you kind of sarcastically, but I did actually need to drink more water. Oh! This is why I don't trust myself to do something like record like a movement guide or something, because I've just remembered the other important and useful movement tech that's incredibly easy, and it's the easiest one. I talked about all the harder ones that take practice and stuff. This one, literally a baby with no arms could do. That's how easy it is. So, when you're walking off of a ledge like this, instead of just walking off, what you do is you roll, because you maintain your momentum, and then you can slide. Wow, amazing. Just incredible. I'm not quite sure why it works like this, but when you roll off of ledges like this, you just maintain your momentum out of the roll really well. And then you get a slide, and it's very good. It does, unfortunately use stamina, but it's very worth it. Like, if I'm just walking off, I land here. Oops. And when I roll off, I get much farther and get a slide. It's so good. Oh, back to slide extensions for a bit. I should have talked about this when I was talking about them. For some reason, when you do a roll into slide, you can't jump out of it always. You have to wait until you stand up. Unless you do it down a slope, I think. I was hesitant to talk about it because it doesn't make sense half the time. What if I do yeah, just if I start sliding down something, suddenly I'm able to jump out of it. Yeah, I can do it going up as well. But not if I start the slide at the top. Maybe I'm just canceling the slide instantly because I'm going up a slope. That might be it, actually. This is why testing things is important. Yeah, and I think you have to go down a slope. Wait. I know how to test this. Viper, I summon you.
Oh my god, don't tell him I said that.
Viper is weird and can slide up slopes. So this is the perfect test subject. Okay. Doing a dash slide up a slope does not let you jump out of the slide. You have to go down a slope. That's so weird. Well, now you know. Yay, Snake Lady. Yay. Yes. Crystal, this is a character where it's very important for you to remember to slide. Because you shoot very fast and have very high damage, but a fairly low magazine. But you can mitigate this by sliding everywhere. And you can slide up hills with this character, and you have increased slide distance, and you get a shield when you slide. Please slide. I was in fact watching you when you played this character, and I really wanted to yell at you to slide, but that's rude. And also it's really hard to like build the habit of doing that in the middle of a match. Hold on, let me buy some increased slide distance really quickly.
I can throw a bow on it if
Make
you
this
wanna be
really funny.
festive.
We go down, and then we go up, and then... Ah. Hold on, I'm bad.
Think of it like a
Give me more
present
slide
that
distance to make this easier.
dispenses smaller presents.
This character is so funny. Whoops, I did it again. I turned too fast. Wee. Why is this so funny? We're going on an adventure. Wait, there's a railing here. No! Oh, a rope. Alright, this is the perfect opportunity for me to remember that there is rope tech. Let me teach you the rope tech. Forget to slide with Viper to spike cast. No! It's so good! Do the slides. So yeah, ropes are a little annoying and awkward because if you're holding on to a rope and you press jump, you use your double jump. It costs stamina. So right here, you know, that's kind of awkward because you're like, I want to jump onto that ledge, but then you use stamina. But if you press the crouch key, you just pop off. So you can just right on there. I believe, let me switch to something that's not weird like Viper. Make sure I'm not lying to anyone. I believe when you do this, it actually gives you enough forward momentum
Really,
to slide.
you know, it's just rules
Yeah,
so
see?
hard that every mediocre soul in the city has to resent
It's not a
you.
very good slide, but it's a slide. So yeah, and then like, when you get to here, this for me was always such an awkward location to move around in because I'm always wasting my stamina doing a double jump, trying to grab this, and then I'm holding down spacebar. Like here, I can probably demonstrate it. Yeah, see that? See that absolute garbage? I wasted my stamina to get to this and grab it, and then I went right back onto the rope. Okay, I didn't actually use my stamina that time for some reason. Didn't use it that time either. Funny bug. Yeah, you could end up wasting your stamina and then grabbing the rope again. And this was the most tilting thing in the world for me. So I learned a way around it. The first step is pressing control instead of spacebar to let go. And then the second step is tapping spacebar to mantle instead of holding it. Oops. I wasn't close enough to the wall, so I double jumped. Yeah, just like that. And you can do like a mantle ledge grab into a slide. Very good. So yeah, that's how you move around with ropes without wanting to knock your own head off. I think that's all of the, like, general movement that's important to talk about. The other thing that's important to talk about is having an escape plan. This is something that even very good players can be quite bad at. So, maybe I should actually go to the enemy side so it makes a little more sense.
The world's cold. Better buckle up.
Here I go to the half of the map that y'all can't see because my Fuji is in the way. Whoops. I probably need to find a better place to put that. The thing I will never have. Yeah. Well, maybe you can. You just gotta put some thought into it, you know? So yeah, right here is a great example. So this is one of the side lanes, which is often a lane that you end up pushing in solo by yourself. And it can be very dangerous. So, a lot of people, they'll get here, and then there'll be somebody flying in off the zipline. There'll be somebody coming at them from the flank, and they go, ah, and start spam rolling away like a little roly-poly creature. But when you do that, your stamina's gone. You can't be panicking and doing that because you run out of stamina, and now you don't have movement tools to get out of there. If you're gonna do that, do like a dash jump into a slide, because then at least you're getting distance. Know what your panic option should be. Your panic option shouldn't be spam roll. It should be a dash jump usually. A dash jump or a roll slide. So that gets you a lot of distance. And then a roll slide you could do to like get to some cover quickly. But that's not really an escape plan. That's just how to panic better. Running this way can seem like a good idea because you get a couple of options and you can go up this rope. Climbing ropes can be kind of scary because if you get shot while climbing it, you get slowed.
They could be hiding anywhere.
So what maybe a good escape plan would be is to like go up here and go to the rooftop with a double jump and a punch. And now once you are up here, your options really open up. They open up so much. Because you could go down into this building. You could double back if you wanted. You could go over here. And this is like not a bad way to escape because you can do stuff like this. And like, that's kind of good. Usually not the option I would go for, but it works. And then you have access to this jump pad quite easily, which gets you a lot of distance really quickly. But if someone's waiting at the jump pad to stun you or interrupt you or something, you still have plenty of options. Plenty of very good options, because instead of going there, you can go here, across to this other rooftop, and then take this jump pad. Or you could go across to this jump pad. You have 3 jump pads that you could be taking to escape, instead of just running to this veil in a panic and hoping you get away. So yeah, that's really all it is knowing what areas you should run to give you options to escape. Because if you go up here and you have all these options, even if you pick the worst one, it's still better than going somewhere where you don't have options. Because if you don't have options, your enemies will always know where you're going to go to. But if you have a million options, like when you're up here, they have no idea where you're going to go. You don't even need to run away. You could go up here and go deeper into their territory. What are they going to do? Catch you? That's what all that movement you learned was for. And say you don't want to take the jump pads for some reason. Maybe there's more people that way. Maybe there's someone up there who can really easily stop you from taking either of these. And that would also be able to cut you off from the third one. Then you still have options. you still have a lot. Because you can go down. And then I could double back. Or I could go down here. Or even that away. And I can go down here. And this is a great place to run away to. Because I have a path up here that can take me to a rooftop. Or somewhere else. There's a lot of paths that way. I could double back this way. And if they don't expect that, I can just leave basically from the area they initially were trying to cut me off from. Or I guess I could go that way, but that was a little risky because it's very easy to cut you off. Or you can take this teleporter. If there's enough distance between you and them, you can just take this, and now you're across the map. What are they gonna do?
I can't afford to get caught off guard.
So yeah, just knowing like what areas you can quickly get to, they give you a lot of options, is like how you escape. It's like how you make an escape plan. Is you just make sure you know where you can go that gives you options. That's all it is.
Power is your power.
And generally the places that give you the best options are either rooftops, because you have access to jump pads and other rooftops, and not everyone can get up to them as quickly or as easily depending on where they are and who they are. And it gives you the option of just going down here and just being on the low ground and dashing between the buildings, which is the other area that's usually pretty good for escaping, because down here you have a lot of line of sight blockers to make it hard for people to keep track of where you're going, and to make it hard for them to hit you with anything that's meaningful, because you're getting out of their line of sight very quickly. So those are the two main types of areas you want to consider when trying to escape from something. That and like running to your team is usually pretty good, because then they can help you. Yeah, honestly, that bit of knowledge is like probably more important than being really good at all the different types of movement. Obviously, if you are really good at all of them, like knowing where to go and where to use the movement is a lot easier to fix. But like being decent with movement and knowing where to go to escape situations is probably more useful than just being generally very good at movement. I feel like it's kind of close though. So yeah, there's your movement lesson for today, chat. I'm sure you can tell how much I care about movement. Especially with how I just messed up that very easy technique that I said wasn't very hard to learn. It is one of the trickier ones. Like the timing windows for it really aren't that hard. But it looks weird. And you do kind of need to know the timing. Because you don't see your mental animation at all when you do this. Oops. Yeah, and sometimes you do the quick melee too early. That's probably the most common thing to be messing up. Is you walk up to it, but quick melee too early and then don't get it? Wait. I got it that time. Okay, never mind. I just released spacebar too quick. I'm dumb. You can literally do it wherever. I can do it from here and hold spacebar and it works. I'm dumb. And this is why it's important to teach people the things that you know, because then you probably learn something from it yourself. Tends to happen a lot when I'm trying to explain things. Movement is important. Too bad I'm a tortoise and move slow. That's okay. You can move slow and still improve your movement and still be faster than other people. You know, the tortoise beat the hare in a race. The hare is fast. The tortoise is slow. But the tortoise won. That's because the tortoise knows how to pace itself. You may be slow, but sometimes slow is fast. You feel inspired, Crystal? I tried really hard on that.
They could be hiding anywhere.
The Curse of Hiccups returns. An ad break? How pleasantly well timed, actually. I need a break. Yeah, I need to go use the restroom and refill my water. I'm sad I can't play music though, because then it shows up in the recording because I messed it up somehow and keep forgetting to fix it. Alright, I'll be back in a bit, chat. See y'all soon. Wait, let me not dox my friends list. It's not very important, but, you know. I'll use the BRB screen! I'm so smart, chat. I'm back. Sorry for the wait. Stop rioting. It's only Crystal do it, but stop. I like how underneath the look on the BRB screen it says goodbye. Does it? It does. That's funny. Yeah, thank you. And welcome back to you, chat. I don't know when the ads ended, but welcome back. Oh, once again, I find that it's good to yap about movement and whatever it is that I might need to explain in the future, because I remembered another thing that's important. So, dashes to the side maintain your momentum much better than a forward or backwards dash. What's a good example of this? Does this work? Yeah, I didn't really gain any momentum from that, did I? But if I do this... Hello? If I do this... Chat? That might be bad. Yeah, if I do that, I get much more momentum. But if I just do a forward dash, I, like, lose the momentum from my dash jump. So that's important. That's also why you do a side dash off of your zip line.
Be patient. They'll come.
Let's see what happens when I do a forwards one. Yeah, look at that. I lost so much momentum doing that. I still get a pretty big slide after hitting the ground, though. That's kind of nice. I wonder if there's any time I would want to specifically do that. Like maybe I don't want to go over the bridge or something, but I want the big slide boost all of a sudden. Couldn't I just do that with the other tech, though? Yeah? I guess I wasn't as high as I normally am, though. I don't know. Anyway, who wants to learn another new movement tech? I have more. I'll always have more. That's why I love this game so much. Endless movement tech, the game. So, you can technically do this off of any edge, but some edges are noticeably easier. I take more movement tech? Hell yeah. So, if you time your jump properly off of like a ledge like this, you need to actually time it properly to demonstrate. Let me switch characters.
I'm excited. Okay, that's why I'm really nervous.
The timing can change depending on how big your character is. There it is. That might have been hard to tell, but I wall jumped much higher than usual there. Did I mess that up? You can do it off of this sign as well. There we go. It's a bit more clear there. Because, like, if I just do jump, wall jump, I need another wall jump to get up here, which, thankfully, there's a wall there. Oh, this, I don't need the second wall jump. I just go straight up there. Yeah, I think people call that a super jump. Which I thought was an odd thing to name it, because ledge boost just seemed so obvious. when I discovered it, I'm like, why are we not just calling it this? Why are people calling it super jumping? Because ledge boost implies that you're using a ledge. Super jump doesn't imply that. Doesn't imply much of anything other than the fact that you're jumping higher. But yeah, the easiest way to do it is off of like certain thin objects like this sign or this railing, because it's just incredibly free. You just need to time it after your mantle. Unless you're a fat character.
Don't mind the big guy.
If you're Mo, you mantle and then you stand there because you're too big and don't fall.
Do you think I brought enough books? I mean, it's probably enough, but I remember this one time I planned on it being an Austin day, but life
Ledge
was
jump
like,
makes more
sorry,
sense.
lady, it's Bronte
Yeah, I guess
time. And
ledge jump
God, I
works,
was not prepared.
but specifically I was calling it ledge boosting. Because you're amplifying your jump, you know? One downside to that name, though, is corner boosting also exists. So people might not immediately know what you're talking about if you say ledge boost, because corner boost is a thing. But they're different surfaces, so I feel like it shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, it's a little tricky, but I think you can do it off of, like, pretty much any ledge. It's just really hard because you need to really precisely, like, strafe into the edge and then time the jump. Come on. There we go. I got it there. That might have not looked too hard because I got it pretty quick, but I have spent so many hours practicing that, and it's still hard to do consistently. There's also very few situations where it's worth doing it manually, because you'd only do it if you need more height than is achievable with just regular movement. You can save some stamina with it, but like if you're in a situation where you need to go up really high, really quickly, you don't want to be wiggling around on the edge trying to hit the jump tech. I had it there. But if I walk in circles long enough, I'll think of another cool movement tech that isn't very applicable. We've already been over everything that's very applicable, I think. Oh, I guess I didn't cover bunny hopping, but everybody knows what bunny hopping is. It's just in this game you actually have to time it instead of mashing it, because you have stamina. So you'll end up double jumping accidentally if you have a double jump available. But you can absolutely bunny hop in this game, and it's pretty good. You can also... This isn't always as good as like a proper bunny hop, but like if you hold down slide and then jump immediately after when you hit the ground, you're still going to maintain a lot of momentum. I think bunny hopping is particularly useful for maintaining your speed while going up the surface. Because if I was to like go onto this ramp with momentum and then I slide, I'll lose all of my speed. But if I do a well-timed jump, I can maintain it. So that's actually pretty important, but again, that's one of those things that's very hard to actually learn because the timing is pretty precise. And you can't just mash it or use scroll wheel like in other games. God, I need to do that more. That is so good. This honestly is not a tech I use very often, but that is actually so good. Look at how far I went. Huh? But that was a dash jump from there. This is how you know the movement in this game is really good. I have hundreds of hours in this game and spend so much time practicing movement, and I am shocked at how much better I've gotten. Like, remember how baffled I was when I did the Vintech and ended up like in that door? I love this game.
I shall temper your spirit.
Oh, this is a tech that I did not find on my own. Oh god, I'm remembering more. There's more! Help! Save me! So, this little statue is very funny because when you mantle up next to it, you crouch because of the shape that it is.
Out here.
Yeah, this does something very interesting because now I can do a mantle strafe wall jump to launch myself like that. I'm shocked I did that first try. I haven't been practicing that because it's so damn hard. Yeah, huge burst of movement. It's very hard. You need like to be in the correct position. Depending on the size of your character, the difficulty and timing changes. And you need to know how to do a mantle strafe, which is different from mantle slides. A mantle strafe is basically... Do you need to slide for it? My muscle memory makes me slide. Okay, you do need to be holding down control when you do it. Or your crouch / slide button. But basically, so if you try and jump to like the side off of this. What? That worked perfectly. No. It's because the angle isn't steep enough. If I try and jump just left. That's right. If I try and jump right off of a mantle, I don't go anywhere. I go absolutely nowhere. Okay, there, it kind of worked. That was because I was going forward. However, if I do this weird shit, where I angle my camera slightly to the left while I'm doing it, you can jump left, you can jump right now. Hello? Am I a liar? There we go. Trying to understand this better. You can jump to the side surprisingly well without doing that tech. Like that was just from holding W and D and jumping. Why do I need this tech? What can I just do this without it? Huh? Is that why I need it? Because I do a second wall climb? Maybe that's why. Okay, maybe I should move on to other stuff before I think of even more random movement tech to talk about. I could start talking about what movement you can do and still parry. Oh, I shouldn't get started on that. That'll take forever. I could talk about items. I love items. This is one of the other things that I really like about this game over other MOBAs. The itemizing is so much more interesting. The items themselves are so much more interesting. Maybe not compared to Dota. Dota has a lot of interesting items and item actives. But compared to something like League, oh my god, the items are so good. You have so many active items. And the non-active items are like actually interesting instead of just being a big stat stick. usually. But there's a lot of those in League. Man, like look at how crazy this item is. Where is it? Vortex Web.
Your brother isn't coming home for the holidays, right?
In a bloody 13.2 meter radius, it pulls in everyone and removes their ability to use movement skills for 4 seconds and slows them and slows their dash speed. That is ridiculous. There's characters in games where like that's what their ult does, and you can just buy this. Then you can follow it up with some evil move that has to charge up like this, and then they're just dead. Copy of name of build. Don't worry about it. Look. Oh, there's actually not that many. Hold on.
They couldn't have
Apparently,
gone
I'm
far.
like really on point with my page builds because I did not make that many copies.
You have excellent taste.
Let's look at my Mina builds. This is what it should look like. That's how you know I've played this character a lot. Because I've changed the build so many times. Yeah, look at that. Someone who gets the reference. Because she's a vampire. Sounds like a good name to give the build. Yeah. This is another character that I love. Oh yeah.
I love hunting in the city. I can't wait for the grand finale.
Alv? Do you mean Avaricia? That's how you say that? If so, same. Oh, it's an abbreviation. That's why it's capitalized. I need to sleep more, chat. I guess. Oh, I did get up at like 6
The enemy
a.m.
could be anywhere.
Maybe that's why I'm a little loopy. Yeah. A Peeper Pop Lurk. Peeper Pop, have you read A Little Vice? You haven't, right? It's very good. Actually, anyone who hasn't read it, you should go read it. Double Peeper Pop Lurk? Yeah, that's definitely the second Peeper Pop Lurk I've seen tonight. Nice. I didn't get a physical copy. I mean, it was also like the first book that I've actually read with my own eyeballs and not listened to. So I was like, let me not get a physical book. Also, I have trouble reading physical books. Something with my dyslexia or something like really messes with me with physical books. Like anything on paper with small black words on white paper, horrible for my eyes. Horrible. They get really, really strained, and it becomes really hard to read really quickly. And I start losing track of the lines of dialogue really, really fast. Like to the point where after like maybe not even 2 pages, I will begin skipping anywhere from 1 to 4 or even 5 lines of words every time I go from one line to the next. It's abysmal. Thankfully, I was smart enough to get a digital copy of the book, and in the digital form, it actually was not very hard to read at all. I didn't have big eye strain issues, and I was skipping lines a little bit, but not very much. Like, the words and lines were spaced just right. Thank goodness. And thus I am able to enjoy reading books. I figured out how to do it. Just needs to be digital so I can have the text be readable. I was gonna talk about items, but then I got distracted and started doing movement again. I don't know. Talking about items is difficult because they're so complicated. I guess an easier thing to do would be, like, explain the thought process behind one of my builds. That's pretty easy. I think I'm running out of energy, though, because I don't feel like going in detail.
My Midsummer Night's Dream.
And I usually do.
Wuthering Heights. I mean, that one's probably less useful. And you never know when you'll
So-
have ironic hero for something romantic yet dangerous.
She talked for so long. Yeah, so this build,
Let's see the big man give you a lump of coal now.
basically the idea behind it is you level your defend and fight, and your captivating read. And now you have huge buffs for your team with fire rate, weapon damage, and healing. And you get all of this as well, so your weapon does crazy damage. And then you build Vortex Web. And just Vortex Web and captivating read entire teams and kill them all. That's the build. It's really good. That's what you did last Deadlock stream? That's true. All I did last Deadlock stream was talk about builds and theorycraft. I think most of that was like theory crafting builds for characters I was new to or hadn't played yet. So I'd like read their abilities and then theory craft a build off of it. And that was pretty fun. I don't think there's any characters for me to do that with though, because I have already made a build for almost everyone. Except the characters that I just really don't want to play and am not interested in, like Warden. I'm not interested in playing Warden. Or Grey Talon. Those characters just do not seem fun to me. I guess one new build that I made recently that I really want to try out is this one for Sinclair. Basically, the idea with this build is you make the bunny really big. So like this. This is what it does. It turns them into a bunny, and they take amplified damage and move faster, but they can't really do anything. It is this size normally. It takes a little bit to go off, and it's pretty good. But you level it,
I hope one of those bad boys
and then
tree for me.
you buy a bunch of ability range, and now it's huge.
You'll make a great bunny.
So you do that, and then you put them all in a pile and you blast them. I feel like I'm cooking with this one, but I haven't actually tried the build yet. Oh my god, yeah. It's kind of nuts, right? Like, this is so big. Like, what if they're like, say we're fighting over mid-boss or something. They're trying to take the mid-boss and they're all in the pit. And like, Can't I just get literally everyone? Like everyone everywhere forever? Alright, it's not quite that nuts, but that is still ridiculous. Look at that.
Oh, you're gonna look adorable.
Aw, you're gonna look adorable. Can I grab the ones on the side with Vortex Web? Vortex Web is 17.7 versus 14. Yeah, that seems okay. I pulled him from up there. Yeah, and if you do it right, so like, Fixing Bolt does a crazy amount of damage. And with all this increased range, its explosion radius gets to be pretty big. And since you're putting them all in a pile, you can just blast them all.
Ready for the turn?
Look at that. 950 damage to everybody. The fact that this amplifies the damage they take by 28% is nuts. Obviously, I need it to be max level to get like 7% of that. And I need spirit items to get the rest. But damn, that's good. Oh, and like, it's a 3-second duration, the rabbit hex. But then you buy these 2 items, and now it's a 4-second duration.
Hop to it.
Fair and balanced. Increased duration is also good for your other abilities on this character as well, which is kind of nice. And Diviner's Kevlar, Diviner's Kevlar, yeah, is very good because Sinclair's stealing of ultimates is really good. So getting to like gain 1000 HP barrier and get a bunch of spirit power when you're stealing the dynamo ult and ulting everyone is also very good. So yeah, I feel like I'm cooking with this build, but I still gotta try it. As fair and balanced as your enemy's need. Indeed. But yeah, if I wasn't running out of energy, I could probably talk about items for like actually hours. There's just so much to talk about.
You see, not everyone can handle the weight.
There's even more now that like weapon investments or like category investments are important. I bet Chris doesn't even know about this yet. When you buy an item that belongs to a certain category, you get stats from the category investment. So, as you can see, it goes plus 7%, 9%, 13%, 20%, and so on. For weapon investment, it's weapon damage. For vitality, it's flat health, flat bonus health. It used to be percent, but it's flat now. And spirit gives spirit. And these are important because it gives you stats, but it's even more important now because they made it so the 4.8k investment is like a big spike. So here it jumps from 20% to 49%. For vitality, it goes from 275 health to 525. And spirit, it goes from 19 to 38. Which are very big jumps, so you really want to hit these spikes fairly early. A lot of people were rushing them really hard, but you don't necessarily need to rush them hard. You just need to like hit them efficiently in a somewhat timely manner. Also for clarity, when I jump from 275 HP to 525, I'm not getting 525 on top of all of the other HP. It's just going from 275 to a bonus of 525. if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Yeah, these spikes are kind of important. It's also character dependent how much you care about them. But a lot of characters want to hit at least all 3. Some characters only bother to hit 2. Like as you saw with my Sinclair build,
Company is misery.
I don't build any
Saying
weapon
the line again,
items.
only actually funny.
Lady, you want to say it? Be my guest.
You know it's important to give back.
But for Lash,
That's why I'm taking 3%
I like to get the weapon
today,
investment
donating them to Lash Back.
alongside
It's
my other
charity
stuff.
dedicated to children who kind of suck.
Yeah. I assumed that would be your assumption, but other people have assumed otherwise, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it would be insane. Heckin' hiccups. So many copy for Lash. Yeah, how many do I have? A similar amount as Mina. I kick you. What have been the names for my Lash build? I feel like I've never had good ones for Lash. Yeah, there's no good ones. Hold on, Mo and Curl have a good one.
This is Maurice, and we are at your service.
The fancy penguin. He is the fancy penguin because he does the penguin slide. See? I kick you. That one is kind of funny. Honestly, maybe that will just be the name of my Lash build from now on. I feel like it really suits him.
For you, you're gonna know it. There's just not a damn thing that you can do
For like a
about it.
couple of reasons. For one, because I feel like it's in line with how his lore is, which is just that he's an asshole. I feel like short, simple things are funny and work. I think I Kick You is a very funny Lash build. And like you have your big stomp move and your quick melee animation. I think 2 of them are kicks? Or is it just 1? I could have sworn I saw him do a different one time. No, it's just these 2. Yeah, he has a quick melee animation. So I think I Kick You was a pretty fitting build name. Pig, mole, penguin. Yeah. What even is he?
So, you need
I don't think
tunnel rats on
the pig one. No, I don't have one named Pig. You're just saying that they're a pig. I thought I might have one with Pig in its name because there's a content creator called Pig, and I've stolen his builds before. But I don't know if he even has a Mo build. No, I call him a pig all the time? Yeah. I thought so. I kind of forgot that you do that. I'm sad I can't show the funny animation bug because they fixed it. I guess I still have a screenshot. There was a really funny animation bug whenever Mo would throw alchemical fire. Because it wasn't Krill throwing it like it is here. This actually looks normal. Instead, Mo would throw it, and he'd stand perfectly upright, twist his body, and shove his arms into his chest. And that's how he would throw it. And when he did this, Krill would, like, A-pose in front of him. Like, not connected at all anymore. And it's the dumbest animation I've ever seen. But they fixed it when they introduced snowballs for the seasonal event, because he also did this funny animation every time he threw the snowball. Yeah, it was so funny. Maybe I'll post a picture in like in my Discord chat later, in the Discord server. because it looks really funny. Yeah! Yeah, link the Discord. I hope that link still works. I don't know if I can properly check it if I'm already in the server. Yeah, I'm not sure. Should work. Still works? Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Uh-oh. Now that I'm on this funny Mo character, now I'm thinking of all the Mo tech that you can do. Mo has a lot of tech. You'd think when you're just burrowing around that that's all you can do, is just burrow, and then you pop out of the burrow and spin, right? That's all you do. But that's not all you do. You can slide while burrowed for some reason. You can also slide while you are doing the spin. And you're not supposed to be able to jump while you're spinning. Or you're not supposed to be able to like double jump or use stamina while you're spinning. You can actually jump while spinning. But if you input it immediately after leaving the burrow, you can double jump for some reason. Or dash. The dash is harder to time.
Let's go, Mo.
You can also wall jump while spinning. So you can do like double jump, wall jump to get a lot of height.
Be careful, Maurice. It's just us out here.
You can also do stuff like during the burrow animation, the startup, like mantling.
Let's go, Mo.
Hello? Like mantling. There we go.
Dive.
Wee. There's also... How do you do this again? You like... You double jump, burrow, and then hold heavy melee. And you do a heavy melee while burrowed, and it looks really funny.
Start digging. Let's dig.
Oh, I didn't get the double. A couple times I got it to do a double heavy melee. That was interesting. Camera no work. Now, what's some other funny tech? You can, like, slide out of the spin.
Time to shine.
I already said that. Yeah, there you go.
Let's go, Mo.
You got a little slope like this, and you unburrow.
Going low.
You can do a slide and jump out of it, you go so far. I think I need a break. My brain is ceasing to function. This is not hard. Eh, good enough.
Dive.
Whee.
Start digging.
I thought there was another one. What am I forgetting about?
Hit the dirt.
Whee.
Let the ley lines course through you.
There's some kind of messed up stuff you can do with his ultimate. Maybe it is the ult stuff that I'm forgetting. So normally when you ult, you know, they're just there and they can't move, and it's pretty good. But you can't move either. But if you do a dash and then ult them, you can drag them around like this, which is pretty nice.
Can't hold them for long.
There's also a weird bug where if you angle your camera just right, you can ult people that are very far below you or very far above you. It's not infinite though. This might be too far. Oops. Wait. I think I know a place. This is not the place.
If you're going caroling this year, you need to be ready.
I think like right here worked pretty well last time I was demonstrating this. Yeah, you like very much cannot ult someone from this far. Like it's only a 5.4 meter radius. It does not go that far. But if I look here, it just works. It just works. Oh, but now he's in a slightly different spot. Hello? Are you too close? Sometimes when they're like too close to the ledge, it doesn't work. Yeah, there we go.
Take care of him, Maurice.
Whack. Yes, it's very funny. Normally there's like not a lot of application for this. But something that
When Maurice
I could have
finds
been
you are
using
done
Vin to
for.
showcase this actually.
I've been
Maybe I'll
given
do
my
that.
chance for revenge, and I won't squander it.
Second summoner, make mimic, light. Ah, heck, I need to press it again to unburrow.
Get them, Maurice.
Come down from there.
Time to shine, Maurice.
Is there some other good way to unburrow? Alright, press the cancel button. Perfect, she won't do anything. So, I think she might be slightly too high for me to do the tech.
You mess with
There
the
it
wrong
is.
team.
Look at how far that is. That is the height of her flight. If she's not moving around at all, you just get her. Actually, she can fly a little higher than that if she just holds space for a second. But you can get her. And you can do this while you are jumping. So, why doesn't she mimic my jump input? Okay, go higher. There we go.
Battle them for long.
Yeah. If you're good at it, you can just jump up into the air yourself and still get them. So it's very good against like a Vin or maybe a Grey Talon, but it's really messed up against characters like Bebop or Lash. Bebop it's a lot easier against because they like to do like a majestic leap and then they ult up here and are just channeling for 10,000 years. And you just go grab them and then it's interrupted. Lash, it is a lot harder to do because he only needs a little bit to actually get his ult off, but he also does ults from really high up. Come back, Vin. Yeah, he likes to do ults way up in the air. I have once interrupted a Lash ult with that tech, and it felt so good. There was another one I was really close to interrupting that would have been a bit more impactful. But if you can get it off, it's amazing. The trouble is, you're not always right below them, and Lash's ult honestly goes off pretty quick. At least compared to those other characters. That tech should probably be removed, to be honest. Well, Krill should not go that high. What a clean corner boost. No, I guess one other movement tech that I don't think about because it's barely even a tech. If you roll off of something, you can still perform a dash jump, even though you're in the air and not touching the ground. I should probably stop calling it a roll. A lot of the characters, it's a roll animation, but like what it is you're doing a dash. Every character has a dash button. It's just some of them roll and some of them do other things. Like jump.
I'll use my family's
What does
name
pocket do?
when I'm no longer ashamed
Pocket
of it.
rolls.
I am the
It doesn't roll. I know some of them don't. This is more of a front flip than a roll.
I'm
Oh,
tired
Mina
of
just
being at the
spends
bottom of the vampire
spins.
social ladder.
Now, if I just talk about every character's character-specific movement tech, I could be here talking for another 3 hours. I don't think I have the energy for that, though.
I'm on my
But I
own out
do
here.
have the
I need to be
energy for it.
careful.
Is ending stream and going to eat chocolate. I think I might do that. I don't know if I'll do the eating chocolate part, but I'm getting so tired. Let's go 6-hour stream. No. No. Thank you for the hydrate, Crystal. Thank you for the bear and the beans and the love. I forgot how funny the beans look. I wonder how much time I spent on the beans. I must have spent hours finding all of the different beans and then drawing faces on them. And then, like, converting them into, like, a usable image. I forget if I had to do much of that. I know I needed to convert it for, like, the bean points. I needed to make it the right size. I wish it was easier to see the face on the bean points. What's wrong with me? Why can I go and spend like multiple hours making that? But I can't convince myself to spend even 20 minutes working on a video?
I don't
Help.
like being this exposed.
Why am I like this? Something absolutely baffling I found recently. So I've been all over this map. I've been into every corner. I know like most of the random things you can stand on, to be honest. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
On the prowl.
Like this pipe. Nobody's been up here before. And I was
Later, losers.
I was over here walking through this doorway for some reason, like doop-a-doop-a-doo. And, you know, I noticed that there's like some gaps here. I'm like, ooh, can I like shoot the little creeps down there from up here? I'm like, oh, not unless somebody aggroes them first. That's a shame. And then I look up and you could go through here. What? How have I never known this? You can just go through. I've never been so surprised to find a doorway. I don't even know if it's that useful, but like, it's at least kind of useful, I think, because I doubt anybody has noticed that ever. Maybe people have? And like, it doesn't exist on the opposite side because the opposite side is like a totally different building. Well, I say totally different, it still has this path and this like area down here. But when you go in, it's a solid wall. So you could probably trick some people with this. Like, if you run in here to try and escape, everybody knows that you're either coming back out this way or you're going this way. It's the only two paths out. But instead, you just... Weehaw! Weehaw! And now you're up here, and you have this path, which, you know, they're probably coming over here to cut you off anyway. So maybe that's not the best escape route, but like, they'll think that you're going through there somewhere, and then you just go this way. What are they gonna do about it? Nothing, because they don't know where you went. That was a really good slide. Why does it work so good here? What the heck? Is it just... No, you like, you have to do the crouch release. That's so weird. Why does it work so good? Oops, I didn't have stamina. Okay, I should actually go. The moment I start moving around, all thoughts leave my head. Are there any raid targets for me? We need to go plunder some resources from somebody else. I guess we could go raid somebody that I watch play Deadlock. And then y'all can like actually see some cool gameplay after I spent all this time talking about the game and not actually playing the game. Oh hell yeah, Sinclair. Y'all can watch them play Sinclair. Yeah, I'll raid this person, why not? Be friendly. Don't be weird. Oh yeah, that's true, Crystal. Unfortunately, that's me, so I don't think I can raid myself. Why does my stream say offline for me? I'm here. Ad break, quick. Quick, run away before the ad break hits us. Alright, I'm going to... Hello? I'm going to raid this guy called Lona because he's like one of the only chill Deadlock streamers that I've encountered, and they've got an endearing personality. I like watching them, and they're really good at the game. So I'll send y'all over there. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Now for the awkward 10-second pause, because I forgot that I need to click raid and then wait 10 seconds. Bye!